Hello my friends, today we are going to a large-scale chicken farm in Indiana to see how thousands of chickens here are raised. And in the next part of the video, we will visit an organic chicken farm in Ohio. According to statistics released in 2021, there are about 825 commercial chicken farms in Indiana. These farms currently provide about 6,250 jobs and generate about $2.4 billion in revenue. Thousands of chicks after hatching will be moved here for health checks and vaccinations. Eligible chicks will be beaked using infrared technology. Beak trimming is a must on large-scale farms, which helps prevent chickens from pecking each other or damaging eggs. And of course, ineligible chickens will be discarded and transferred to another production process. After the inspection process is complete, thousands of chickens will be brought to this farm to start a new life. With a large area equipped with modern equipment, this chicken farm can raise about 13,000 chickens at the same time. This is a broiler farm, so these chickens will be kept in cages for life until they are eligible to move on to the chicken processing factory. Currently in the United States, there are about 25,000 broiler farms and about 9 billion chickens are slaughtered each year. The feed for the chickens at this farm is mainly corn, soybeans and mixed feed. In 2021, up to 1.2 bushels of corn and 500 million bushels of soybeans were used to feed poultry farms across the country. These are 1-month-old chickens, and their daily job is just to eat, sleep, and walk around in these cages. Thousands of chickens raised on this farm will never see the sun for their entire lives. At this farm, the chickens are considered mature when they are 3 months old, at which point the average weight of each bird is 7 pounds. This is a conveyor system that helps transport chicken manure to the outside of the farm. Each day, this chicken farm produces about 1,200 pounds of chicken manure. After about 3 months of being raised in captivity, thousands of chickens at this farm are eligible to be transferred to the chicken processing factory. Currently, in the United States, about 23.7 million chickens are slaughtered every day, and the state that produces the most chicken meat is Iowa. Meanwhile, the number of chickens slaughtered each day in Indiana is about 2.3 million. Thousands of chickens will be transported by conveyor system to the outside. The truck will then take them to the chicken processing plant. This is what goes on inside a chicken processing plant, where 175 chickens are slaughtered each minute. Currently, there are about 5,300 chicken processing plants in the United States. At this factory, thousands of chickens will be dipped in boiling water before moving on to feather cleaning. This device will clean chicken feathers in just 30 seconds. Next, the chicken legs will be cut off, and after that, their internal organs will also be cleaned. The chickens will then be placed in a brine tank to clean for 3 minutes. This is the process of filtering chickens. These workers will separate the thighs, wings, and breast. Next, we'll visit an organic chicken farm in Ohio. The number of chickens with eggs on this farm is always maintained at 500 chickens. Every morning, hundreds of chickens will be released into the pasture so that they are free to dig and eat small insects. According to statistics of the United States Department of Agriculture, the number of organic broilers in the country is 19 million, and the number of organic laying hens is about 15 million. Most organic chicken farms are concentrated in states like California, Virginia, and Pennsylvania. The nests for laying hens on this farm are designed very simply. Every day, this farm harvests about 485 eggs, and the eggs are always sold out immediately after harvesting. In the evening, these chickens will be fed for about 2 hours before going to bed. Their main feed is corn and soybeans in the form of tablets. At the end of this video, we will see how building a chicken farm works. Hello my friends. Australia is one of the countries most famous for large-scale grazing. On this continent, we can see herds of cattle or sheep, which number in the several hundreds, roaming the vast grazing lands. In the process of grazing large herds, the rotation of hundreds of cattle from one location to another is an important factor to regenerate and maintain the growth of pastures. To maintain stability in large herds and always keep them together. In addition to the skill of shepherds or farmers, we cannot fail to mention the contribution of herding dogs. Currently, the most popular dog breeds used by Australian ranchers for farm work include Border Collies, Kelpies, and Australian cattle dogs. In particular, the Australian cattle dog, or blue heeler, is the most famous working dog breed in Australia. It is often bred to support work at most cattle farms in the country. Two other working breeds, Kelpies and Border Collies, are often bred to assist with work on sheep farms. A report in 2021 says there are more than 273,000 herding dogs in Australia, and they are considered an icon in the continent's agriculture. This is an Australian cattle dog and its 6-day-old puppies. At this stage, most puppies are white and their coat colour will change as they grow older. On average, each blue heeler dog usually gives birth to about 6 puppies per year, and the puppies will breastfeed for 4 to 5 weeks before moving on to be fed with other foods. At about 5 to 6 weeks of age, the colours of Australian cattle dogs will change, and the blue dogs are usually the most popular. This is also the reason why the name blue heeler is more commonly known than red heeler when talking about this intelligent working dog breed. According to a report from the National Kennel Council of Australia, each year in this country, around 6,500 to 7,000 blue heeler puppies are newly registered. In fact, the number of blue heeler puppies born each year in Australia may be nearly 47% more than reported. As a breed bred to work on farms, a job that requires a lot of physical activity, the Australian cattle dog is a very energetic breed. From an early age, blue heeler dogs need stimulation to keep their spirits up, which makes them able to continuously play, run, and exercise every day. Without adequate mental exercise and stimulation, this working breed will become bored and their behaviours can be more difficult to control. An Australian cattle dog usually only sleeps about 7 to 8 hours a day, instead of the usual 10 to 13 hours of other breeds. In order for these dogs to be able to work effectively on livestock farms, the diets used for them also needs to contain higher levels of fat and protein than those intended for other breeds. In recent years, Queensland and New South Wales have always been the states with the largest number of working dogs raised in Australia. These are also 2 states with large farmer communities and a high demand for this breed. To be a good herder, blue heeler dogs are usually trained when they reach 8 to 10 weeks old. At this stage, these working dogs will be taken to livestock areas where they will get used to the job by imitating the actions of adult dogs. In addition, trainers will train these dogs in a variety of other skills, such as concentration, communication skills, loyalty, and obedience. Skilled Australian cattle dogs often participate in agility trials or field trials organised by working dog associations or clubs. To be selected to work on cattle farms, an adult Australian cattle dog needs to master such skills as serious work ethic, high endurance, good communication skills, and the ability to dodge the kicks of livestock. In addition to hundreds of thousands of blue heeler dogs, the Border Collie is also a working dog that is preferred by many cattle ranchers in Australia to use in the breeding process. Today, thousands of Border Collies are commonly kept on cattle farms in Victoria, and this working breed is often trained to work on smaller livestock farms. Unlike the blue heeler breed, Border Collie dogs often have less endurance and are not suitable for travelling long distances. However, the intelligence level of Border Collie dogs is more appreciated than that of Australian cattle dogs. Border Collies are often trained to move herds of livestock over short distances from one location to another. In addition, They can also be raised on poultry farms to manage the daily activities of the flock. It is estimated that there are currently nearly 57,000 Border Collie dogs living in Australia, and more than half of these dogs are raised in Victoria. They are not only raised in farms, but this breed is also raised by dog sports enthusiasts or families who keep dogs as companions. This is a sheep farm near the town of Deniliquin in south central New South Wales. Here, a working breed called Kelpie was raised to help farmers herd sheep. It is estimated that there are about 45,000 Kelpie dogs being raised in Australia, and about 60% of them are raised to work on sheep farms. Which working dog breed impressed you the most? If you are a working dog owner, please let us know how you feel about your dog in the comments section of this video.